YouTube is happening. It is Thursday, July 3rd, and we're going to talk baseball first today. There's going to be there's going to be a second video today. WNBA actually has a big slate today too. So baseball's first is a short slate today, thankfully, after yesterday's just marathon we had with games. Today we only got 10 games. You can see all the games right here before you. There you go. We got to recap yesterday because, you know, we had a lot of plays, a lot of games. How did we do yesterday? Well, I'm not going to roll through all these. You pretty much know how I went if you paid attention. It wasn't great and it wasn't bad. That's all I gotta say. It was somewhere in the middle. So lost a little bit of juice, I do believe, overall. Not the worst day, especially with some of those plays. Some of it was wild. So the strikeout props did not work out. Cease, absolute ass. The rookie, absolute ass. What was it? Kelly, not good. Gilbert, good job, buddy. The rest of it, yeah. Miami plus crush. Milwaukee plus crush. Yeah, it was good stuff. Pepio crush. It was a good day. I would say it wasn't terrible. As long as we don't go like 2-10, that's a bad day. But if we hover around 500 most days, we're going to have days where we pop over, which is really good. So I'm fine with it. We move on. If you want the plays typed out for every single sport, or you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, you got to go check out the HQ. So let me know in the comments how you did yesterday, because I know in the Patreon, people were saying they had a green day. That's all I care about. As long as you have a green day, means we're good. That's the point. So enough of that. We only have 10 games. Yeah, very short slate compared to yesterday. Oh, beautiful. Let's stop wasting time. You know what we should do? We need to go ahead and jump to the weather. So let me just bring up the weather real quick and just back up and then hit a refresh. Make sure we got the crispiest, freshest weather lines out there so we can get kind of an idea. Now, this is Roto Grinders, awesome site. Go check them out. Not affiliated at all. They just, the way it looks on screen looks good. That's why I use it. And I use dark mode, so it makes it look nice and pretty. So, because I ain't trying to blind you with these bright ass screens sometimes. So, let's see, Miami's in a dome, Rockies, nothing to worry about. Washington, nothing to worry about. Toronto's in a dome, New York, starts off rain, but then it kind of tails off. Atlanta, nothing to worry about. Chicago, nothing. Arizona, Seattle's nothing. And Doya's out at 10 with wind, nothing. So we have a nice chill weather day. Cool, that's what we need. Just a chill baseball, normal day, no shenanigans. 2 days ago was weather galore. Yesterday was doubleheader galore. Today, relax, nice, calm, get this perfect day. So there we go. That's it. We got it. We got, where's it at? Right there. We got 10 games. Let's go jump to that first one right now. All right, jumping into the first game, we got Minnesota and Miami. Day game starts at noon. We got 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock. Then we go to our normal night game. So this is the noon Eastern game. So breakfast for the West Coast. Breakfast baseball on a Thursday. Weird. We have Minnesota is a slight favorite at 115. 7.5 is our total. Miami's win streak is officially over. Minnesota ruined that bad boy, but it's still, they covered the 1.5, which, hey, works for me. That's all I wanted. So cool with me. Minnesota, you can see how they're doing. Miami still crushing with the bats offensively. It was a one-run game yesterday. Let's go look at pitching and see who's going out there. Festa versus Perez is our matchup today. When you don't, first off, this is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click a sign, get you a week for free of Outlier. Awesome, awesome site. And you can see everything here. If we look at Perez, when we see nothing here, this immediately tells us he is a bullpen guy. Typically that. Festa walks. He gives it a lot of walks. Miami's 7th in walks at 3.8. That might be worth something to look at. Maybe. We'll see. Let's kind of peek at it. 1.5, he's averaging 2. If he was averaging 2.5, maybe. The fact that he had none against Detroit, that is why it's such, we're not going to take this. So let's get rid of you. Goodbye. Actually, let's bring that back. Let's look at your earn runs since I got you pulled up. Come here. Come here. 2.8 in the last one. 4 of the 5 games were pretty good. Anything under 3 is great. And then you got popped off for 8 against the A's. The A's? Damn, dude. That's a lot. Oof. All right, Perez, what you got for us? Now, you've only pitched in 4 games this entire season. You see your 3, 4, 4, 4. You might be a starter technically, but no. This is basically a bullpen game. If the starter can't go 5 innings, is it really a starter just because they start the game? Nah, I don't think so. Whatever. But you see the earned runs. 4, 1, 2, 3, 3. That's a 2.75 average versus a 2.8 average. That's the same dude. Same dude. Let's go to the matchups. Perez history versus Minnesota, there are your numbers. Righties versus Minnesota, there you go. Miami versus righties, and then Festa versus Miami. There is nothing standing out here that makes me want to jump on either side here. There's no advantages. The only advantage we actually have is going to be Miami bats. The offense for Miami, and they're at home. And those, based on the numbers, aren't that, I mean, they're pretty decent, but then Festus has that one game where he was bad, but the rest have been pretty good. So I kind of tend to lean that one game as just an off day. You have off days. I have off days. We all have off days. Festa had an off day that day. So I think this is more indicative of he just had a bad day. So we go look at the whole season. Yeah, his whole season 0.0028220. Yeah, dude's great outside of that. You take away this, he is Cy Young contender. That's how good he's been in this. Now, it's only been 7 games, but still, find somebody, give me 10 pitchers better than this right now. Than that, you take this away. Exactly, you can give me like 3 or 4. So we're gonna leave this one alone. Festa might shut out Miami. I ain't messing with this. We're gonna pass next. Game dos is gonna be Houston, Colorado. Houston burned us yesterday. They put a bunch of runs up. I had Houston to be winning by 1 in the 6th inning, by the start of the 6th inning. What happens? They're tied at 2 going in the 6th inning, and then they put up some runs. Of course, that's how it works, right? I swear. So sometimes you just look at a bet, you see it happen, you laugh it off, you move on. This is why I do 1% per play, no matter what. That way, great or bad, it's like, all right, cool. You don't go all in ever on anything. Nothing. There's no such thing as a lock in betting ever. So if they try to say it's a lock, block them. just do it, because they don't know better. They don't know better. So the Houston 185, 11.5 was a total again. Unders hit, I believe, back-to-back days now. What was the total yesterday, this one? I do believe it was 11.5, but what did they score? It ended up being 5-3. Yeah, the pitchers were great. Pitchers were good. Today, though, we look at our numbers and we see, yep, just same situation we've had. 8-2, 2-8. Again, 3-2, nothing crazy. Let's go over here to our pitchers and see who we got going out here today in Colorado at 3 o'clock Eastern. We got Brandon Walter, who's gone over strikeouts in 5 out of 5 games at only 4.5, going against Colorado, which I don't know if you noticed this, the worst strikeout team. Ruh-roh, Raggy, it's going to be a bad day. Walter strikeouts, add me. Yes, can I add you? Freeland over hits allowed. Going up against Houston. Now, Freeland gives up a lot of hits, you can tell. He's hit over 7 or more hits, and 7 or more? Damn. And his -150? Damn. Houston's not even that great at hits. They're average. They're 18th. So I don't know if I really trust that or not. So, we'll look at that, but we might have to leave that alone. I want Walter strikeouts. 5.5, 9.65. His line is 4.5. Going against Colorado, he's pitching. He's averaging 6 innings, which is what we want to see. He got blown up a little bit, didn't he? He got blown up by the Angels. Outside of that, he's been great. I got to take the strikeout problem. I'm sorry. Yeah, a 6 average on a 4.5 line against the 30th ranked team who was averaging 11 strikeouts per game in the last 10. Yeah, sign me up. Thanks. That's a play. Yeah, absolutely a play. Walter strikeouts. But we'll do our due diligence. We'll do our research. Freeland versus Houston historically. Damn, Walker. 35 at bats, 343, 2.7, and a 1.0. Yeah, Christian Walker might be worth a hit play, HRR play. There's options. Let's go see if he's over here. I want to make sure you got every play you want. That way we have options. Hell, I might take a second play. There's only 10 games today. Never mind. He's not even showing up over here. About last 10. You show up here? No, not at all. There's Christian Walker at 1.5 hits. 1.5. That's a lot. Let's look at the last 10. What you've been up to? You're averaging 1.1 hits in the last 10. Yeah, so last 2 games you have 5 hits, which is pretty good. 3 games you got nothing. HRR, let's look at it. 1.4 and a 2.5 HR. Oh, hell no. Get off my screen. Not a chance. Yeah, we're going to stick with that Walter strikeout play. And then we'll look at Freeland hit slap, because I got to see this. 9-7, 4 against Miami, oddly enough, who's doing pretty good. 7-8. Milwaukee, hottest team. San Fran, not hot. Mets, not, but this was May Mets. May Mets were a little different. Yankees in May were a little different too. Yeah, no. The best play is going to be Walter strikeouts. Let's go for it. Why is it 4.5? What do they know? What do they know? They know something's fishy. I don't know. I'm going to take it, though. We're going for it. We're going Walter. Sometimes the line you look at and go, oh, free money. And you're like, wait, why? You see money on the sidewalk. Why is it there? There's going to be a cord. Someone's going to pull it, and we get trapped. I can feel it. Guess what? I'm going to pay for it. I don't care. Walter, 4.5 strikeouts. Next. All right, next up we got Detroit and Washington. Just like normal doubleheaders go, they split the games. Detroit crushed game 1. Washington crushed game 2. 9-4 final, actually, if you look at it. So that's why we try not to mess with doubleheaders. If I left them alone, I would have had 2 wrongs right. Just I got suckered into the trap. What can I have? What can you do? Today, though, single game, 155 Detroit with a 9.5. We come over here, we look at our sheet, and we see top 10 offenses galore. Yesterday, both games hit the over, so yeah, Washington's pitching sucks. They got two dudes that give up at least 8 earned runs every time they go out, it feels like. Who's going out there today? That's the main question, because Detroit clearly is the play. It looks like it is Dietrich Enns versus Jake Irvin. Irvin gave up like 8 earned runs. Last time Irvin pitched, we had him on his strikeouts, like 5.5. He got sent back out with like 95 pitches and like a 7 earned runs, and they left him out there. And he got the strikeout though. But hey, the Washington manager don't give two shits. They don't care. They're like, you're going out there. We ain't using our bullpen. Go pitch. That's your job. Let's look at it. Who is it? It's going to be Jake Irvin, earned runs 2.5. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got to see if Dietrich Enns is worth earned runs too, because so far we're leaning over Jake Irvin or just over, period. So Jake Irvin has been, there's his 8, like we talked about, and then he hit his strikeouts because, yep, it was 5. That's what it was. Yeah, so over 4.5. 15-9. You said, yeah, that's a wild game right there too, man. All right, so earned runs, he's averaging 4 in his last 5 games. So 3, 4, 3, 2, 8. Crazy. Enns, what are you up to, buddy? You have pitched in 1 game this season. You went 5 shutout innings against the A's. You had an 8-0 win. How many hits you give up in that game? 1 hit in 5 innings. Impressive. Impressive, sir. You're facing Washington's bats, who are a little bit different because the A's are in the bottom like 8 right now. So Washington's top 3 in almost every category. You see this, right? They're number 1 in hits per game. Number one, 10.5 per game. Number 3 in average of 290, getting 6.2 runs. Not only are they getting hits, they're getting on base, they're actually scoring. They're not leaving dudes out there. They do strike out a good bit. That's their downfall. Man, didn't know Washington was that good with the bats. I'm actually impressed. I'm leaning over now. It is 9.5 with a plus 100 tag next to it, which might be the play. Let's go look at the matchups a little closer. Jake Irvin versus Detroit. And we got Veerling has 400 with a home run, but that's about it. That's all we see. Righties, we see Detroit versus righties, Washington versus lefties, and Dietrich versus never faced them. So clearly, yeah, he's had 1 game. Let's see what happens. I just don't. I'm getting flashbacks of earlier this week with the Burns from Cincinnati. Great first game of the season, destroyed second game of the season. I'm getting flashbacks of Jacob from Milwaukee yesterday. Great couple games, just bad game yesterday. It feels like one of that. I can see that happening. Detroit tends to have really good pitchers though, so I'm still taking it though. We're going over. We're going over 9.5 for that plus, mainly because of how damn good the offenses have been recently. Both offenses crushing their 12.2 average combined in the last 10. Yeah, I'll take that. Over. Next up, we got Toronto and Yankees again. That was a wild game yesterday. Talking about Toronto with the ass whooping in the first, second, third innings, and all of a sudden you think it's over. Then the Yankees come storming back on like the 6th. Next you know, it's tied at 9, and then it was 11-9 final. Like, what? Madness. Didn't have anything to do with it. Felt good. Felt refreshing. I didn't have to mess with the Yankee money line in that game. Felt like the first sip of a McDonald's Sprite. Just crisp. And you watch it and you're just like, that's a great game. That was just a great game overall. So today we got 124 Yankees, 8.5 was our total. And then you got these 2 teams and Tampa all pretty much tied at the top of the division, which is crazy. So we're midway in the season. We got drama building. Love it. I hate when one team just takes off and just leaves everybody in the dust. And I like the little drama. That way we get when we get to that last week of the season, it matters and people aren't resting everybody. So today, number 1 in runs, Toronto. Look at the offense. Yankees, above average, I would say. Toronto, in the good to great average. So let's go look at the pitchers, shall we? Yes, we shall. Get rid of you 2. Load this up to Yankees, Blue Jays, and pop. Chris Tiskett. It's time for Chris Bassett to go out there. Clark Schmidt's going too. They both. Clark Schmidt strikeouts is looking good, but he's going against Toronto, who, if you didn't notice, is number 2. 6.5, 6.48 at home, and 6.73 on the season. Not a chance. We're leaving that alone. Now, Bassett, I would say Bassett strikeouts. I'm worried he might get destroyed, though. He might get to like 5 or 6 strikeouts. What's his line? Bassett's 5.5. I don't know if he gets there. He might not have enough time to get there because this dude might get popped off like Boston did for 8. So he's averaging 3.4. And his head-to-head against the Yankees is last time I faced them 4-0-1. But these two were last year. This was April. You know how long ago April was? Remember Easter? How long ago that was? Exactly. That's how long ago that was. So, man, not a chance. Like, The college basketball tournament was just ending right here, pretty much. Man, that was a long time ago. So, I don't know if we can touch that. Bassett versus Yankees. There are the stats. Anybody just beast. Goldie's got a 444 and 9 at bats with a home run with a 1.3. Bellinger's got a home run. Judge got a home run, but only a 294. Grisham's got a buck 82, kind of garbage. LeMahieu's 0 for 12. What? Now we could pull like an Adamas like we did earlier. We talk about LeMahieu's under, and all of a sudden he hits a home run. That could work. Just like I talked about the guy from the White Sox yesterday. I was like, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. He hits a home run yesterday. So it's just, I have a gift. What can I say? Man. Okay, let's look at the other side. I didn't go over there. So we got Yankees versus righties, Toronto versus righties, and Schmidt versus Toronto. Anybody raking? Bo Bichette's got a 333 with a home run, and that's about all I see. Nothing else good or bad. Vladdy, a buck 54 and 13 at bats is not good. So I'm not really feeling this. Both pitchers are about the. Oh, let's look at Clark Schmidt's earned runs too. We see him. What's your earned runs, buddy? Tell me. 1.4. Yeah, zeros or 3 and 4. So it's boom or bust for you. Only time you faced Toronto twice. Last season for 2, one this time for 1 run. I'm not loving it. I'm still not loving it. I'm still kind of anti-Yankees right now because they burned me on money lines a couple times. So I still like the fact that I don't have to touch it. I don't trust Toronto enough to take them, so I can't fade the Yankees because, let's be honest, they're good. Both offenses are in the above average. Both pitchers are in the weird. I don't know what to do. I don't trust the over-under. I don't like a hitter prop. I'm going to pass. We're going to be smart. We're going to pass and move on and have a nice, relaxing day, right? Next. All right, moving on. We got Milwaukee and the Mets today. Currently, Mets 155 at home. 8 is our total. The Mets? Really? Have you not seen the stats? Now, the Rook did bad yesterday. I got it. The Yankees. The Mets did it pretty good. Milwaukee couldn't get it going. They had a bad game. What can you do? So, it was a weird day yesterday. Very weird day. So, let's go ahead and pop over the pitchers to see who is going to be going out there. Load them up. Brewers, Mets. Boop, boop. Peterson versus Jose Quintana. Quintana walks. He gives up a lot of walks. Milwaukee's number 4 in walks. Mets are 26. He pitches for Milwaukee. That does nothing for us. Peterson hits going up against Milwaukee, who was 4th in hits at 10 per game and 2nd at runs at 6.3. So Peterson might have the best day because were you looking? Did you see? 6.3 is 2nd in runs, 10 is 4th in hits. So either one, we could look at both of them, see if there's any one of these look good. So let's start off Peterson, earned runs. He's at 3.2 with a couple 5s in his last 2 games against Philly and Pittsburgh. Not the hot, I mean, Milwaukee's just as hot as both of these teams. So that might be something to take. So let's look at, that's earned runs. Let's look at hits. 6.2 average on a 5-5 line. Not really. 7, 6, 5, 6, 7. That's a nice little trend. I think earned runs is better because 3-2 on a 2-5. That could go either way. That could go either way. Milwaukee's doing great both sides. This tends me to lean more earned runs because even if you do come out, you can still get the earned runs. Hitting, once you're out, you're done. And your number is currently sitting with 5.5 at plus 105. Your earned runs is at plus 120. Really? I feel like you're going to give up more than this, especially with your history against Milwaukee. You faced one time last season. That doesn't do anything for me. Matchups, Peterson versus Milwaukee. Hoskins has 16 at bats with a 438 average with 2 home runs, 3 ribbies, and a 1.5. Instantly, the first thing I saw. Absolutely good stuff. And then a bunch of 0 for 3s. Nothing really stands out there. Yelich is like 1 for 8. It's going to be Hoskins to do something. Let's go look at Hoskins on the batter props, see if he has anything for us. Hoskins, you have anything for us, good sir? Let's look. We scroll up. Yelich, Turang, Yelich, Soto, Nemo, Turang, McNeil, Churios, Frelick. Man. Hoskins. There you way down here. Way down yonder. That's not. All right, we went last 10. We go HR. He's at a 1.8 HR on a 1.5. Not good enough. How about a hit? Just period. 0.8 on a 0.5. We need at least 1 hit on average, so nothing here for us. Can't take a hit prop. So I expect Peterson to have a slightly rough day against Milwaukee's bats. Just my thoughts. Let's look at Quintana because we haven't really looked at him either. So earned runs. You're at 2.4 average. You haven't faced them at all recently, and then neither one were doing strikeouts. They're both 1st and 10th in strikeouts. We come back, we see both are good strikeout teams. Milwaukee won at 5.8. Damn. So I can get Milwaukee at plus 1.5. I just realized. I just saw Milwaukee plus 1.5 at 155. That's my play. Absolutely. Milwaukee plus 1.5. Give me that one. Thank you. Next. Moving on, we get the Angels in Atlanta. I thought it was great. I had Angels plus 1.5 yesterday. They started up 2-0 for a bit, and all of a sudden, like the 6th or 7th inning hit for Atlanta, and bam, right in the face. Next thing you know, it's 8-2. I'm like, oh, damn. All right. Good job, Atlanta. Good job. I thought it was good. We had 3 more innings. We couldn't get it done. So, whatever. It happens. You're not going to get every play right. So, today, Angels. Atlanta's 135 with a 9.5 total. We go over here to the sheet and we see the numbers. Still leans Angels, clearly. Braves got a little bit better in some categories, but not as good as Angels. So there you go. We go look at the pitchers. Who is going to be going out there today? Swap this for the Bravos game. And then boom, we got Elder going up against Soriano. Elder, 2.5 earned runs, is hitting 4 out of 5 games. He's giving up the runs and the hits against the Angels, who, I don't know if you noticed, 5th in runs, only 11th in hits. Interesting. That means they're getting runs because they're taking advantage of how many walks they're getting. Look how many walks, 4.8 walks. They're taking clear advantage. Now, it's funny how they're terrible. They're terrible at strikeouts, but they're amazing at walks. They just know when to swing and when not to. When they swing, they miss. So I just whatever. Earned runs will be the play here because Angels are 5th, top 5 earned runs. So let's look here. Oh yeah, 4.4 average in the last 5. 3.1, 4.5, 9. Oh, buddy, that's not good, Mr. Elder. That is not good at all. Why are you still a starter? That is terrible. Let's look at the matchups. Elder versus, you never faced them. And then when you do, Soler's over 7. Good job, buddy. Righties, there are your stats. Angels tend to like righties more than lefties. You can see the numbers. Atlanta versus righties, there you go. Soriano versus Atlanta. Nothing really stands out in this one. So the main thing I'm seeing is Elder gives up runs. Let's take a look at the flip side. Look at Soriano's runs. See what his look like. If they're not 4-4, we're taking Angels plus 1.5 again. So earned runs, you are 7.1018. What the hell are we looking at here? What? You're at 3-4 average yourself, but you are literally boom or bust. That's what you are, because Elder at least is trending. You are just a coin flip. We don't know what we're getting out of you. So if you do what your average is at 4-4, you do your average at 3-4. What's our total? 9.5. I can almost go over. I almost could. I could take the over. I could take the Angels 1.5. I think I just want to go to over. I think Soriano might have a bad day head-to-head against the Braves. He faced them once last year. Does nothing for us. Let's look at the last 10. Let's zoom out a little bit more. 2-6 in the last 10. What's you last 10? Just you. 3-2 is your average. So you're still giving up runs. You still give up runs. You're slightly better, but these two, this really concerns me. That's Washington and Boston. Boston has not been the best offense. Washington, we know, is one of the best offenses currently, so that makes more sense. Houston, you shut out the Yankees, though, in 7 innings. What? I mean, it's the Yankees. They do kind of just shit the bed sometimes. We know this. So I'm going to trust Soriano to have a great game. I'm going to trust him. But do I want to take the Angels money line or plus 1.5? I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go Angels 1.5. We're going right back to the well because we're going to trust Bryce Elder to not have a good game. So, which means, do I go 1.5 Angels or do I just go Bryce Elder over 2.5? I think I want to go this play instead. I think this. That way, if Soriano does have a bad game, I don't care. As long as Elder has a bad game, that's all I want. And based on his history, he might have a bad game. So let me get Elder over 2.5 earned runs allowed. We'll take Elder. We're going to trust this trend next. All right, let's move on. We're going to Chicago versus Cleveland. Cleveland's still struggling so bad. So bad. Cubs 150 with an 8.5 today. You can see we pop over here. We see Z. Look, there they go. There they go. Not doing good. 6-game losing streak. Yesterday we rode the streak. We mainly took Chicago because the numbers were slightly lean in Chicago with the streak involved. You ride streaks in baseball. That 6 could easily turn to a 10. It easily could. It could get broken today. So, but it's more likely with these numbers and on the road to be lost to 7. Based on, well, we got to look at pitchers too. Let's look. So far, Cubs money line at 150 looks pretty tasty. Let's see what we got here. Who's pitching? LL Cool J Ortiz and his strikeouts going up 3rd against strikeouts of the Cubs against Cade Horton. Here's a who. Let's look at both of these. Just zoom in a little bit. Now, LL on his strikeouts look pretty. That's Cade Horton. LL's strikeouts look pretty decent. You see 5 in a row, 7.55, 10.5. He has a 6.4 average on a 4.5 line. Only catches Cubs 3rd in strikeouts in the last 10 games at 6.7. Just saying. They're better than their season average right now. They're seeing the ball better. They're being more disciplined. They're not striking out as much. And he's on the road, which is you never know how that can go. So if you want to take that, you might sweat. You might sweat a little bit. Then again, you might get it. Who knows? Horton hits allowed 5, 7, 7, 8. Damn, that's a lot. That's a 6 average on 4.5 hits. And now we're trusting a team. Now, if you take this, it looks good for a reason. Why does it look good? Because Cleveland can't hit the damn ball. 6.3 hits per game on average in the last 10. That's it. They can't hit the ball. So that's why Horton's numbers look so damn good. So do you trust this, or do you trust LL to hit strikeouts? But because then you got to look at earned runs from him. 2.80464. He's boom or bust. You don't know what you're gonna get out of him. We have no clue. So really, this is a tough one. Looks like, yeah, 3 out of 5. Let's zoom out a little bit. Last 10, he's averaging 2.6, and you see he does boom more, he busts more than he booms for sure. 5, 4, 6, 4, 2.5 line. I think I might take this because you look at the Cubs. I need to look at his hits too, because Cubs are 12th in earned runs, but they're 6th in average, 7th in hits. We might want to go just for hits. Let's go look at hits. Hits allowed, good sir. Let's look at them. 5.1, last 5, 5. So no, you don't give up many hits, but you're giving up more runs. This is a tough one. I lean Chicago. I'm gonna tell you right now, I lean Chicago. But then Horton, what's your earned runs looking like? 7, 3, 4, 0, 1. That's a 3 average. I don't like this. You getting the same vibes I'm getting? Are we picking up the same vibes? This game is kind of trappy. This feels weird. This is a game Cleveland could win. Like instantly, I can see. LL has a great game. Horton gives up some runs. All of a sudden, they win like a 3-2 game to break the losing streak. Nah, you're not getting me. Matchup. Let me show you everything before I dip. Horton versus Cleveland. It's never happened. Righties versus Cleveland. They're your stats. Chicago versus righties. They're yours. And then LL versus Chicago. And you can see Hap has a home run and 4 bats, but who cares? Yeah, I'm passing on this one. Next. All right, let's move on. We got 3 games left. San Fran, Arizona is up now. We come over here. We see a San Fran slight favorite at 119. 8.5 is our total. Let's go over to the spreadsheet. We see our numbers. Somehow Arizona's 8th in runs, but yet their average in hits is just not good. They're manufacturing runs out of thin air somewhere. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. So whatever. San Fran, you see their stats. Nothing's too impressive. This game is kind of just not the best. Let's go look over here. Get rid of these 2 pitchers. Who do we have today in this one? Boop, boop. And we go Brandon Pufat versus Robbie Ray. God, this is a terrible matchup. This is a bad game. But we're going to look at both because that's why you're here, to see all the data I can show you. Earned runs for both. Let's do that. 2.2 average for Mr. Ray. You can see is going 2.2, 3.3, nothing crazy. We come over here. Brandon, 6.2242, 3.2 average. Nothing standing out still. Brandon versus San Fran. Historically, there's a lot of green. That's the first thing you notice. Just squint your eyes, you see green. And it's not many at bats though. And there's only Adames does have a home run, but that's it. Bailey has a home run. Nothing crazy. Righties for San Fran. There you go. Arizona versus lefties. And then Robbie Ray versus Arizona. Gurriel has a 429, 7 bats with a home run with a 1.3. And that's about it. So, and you see Josh Naylor is 1 for 10. So, yeah, I don't like this. There's nothing standing out. The pitchers are about the same. The offenses are about the same. There's no streaks to worry about. This is just a close series. There's nothing here for us today. So yesterday we had strikeout prop. It didn't work. But today I have nothing. Pass. Next. Moving on, we got KC and Seattle. We see, where's it at? Oh, it's at the bottom. Open it up. KC, Seattle. Seattle's a 125 with a 7.5 total. We go to our sheet. We see our numbers. KC, hey, they're no longer 30th. They're doing a little bit better. Good job, KC. They're still terrible. Let's be honest. Let's keep it a buck. 29th, 27th, 27th, 29th. Ain't going to get the job done. That's why you're 2-8 in the last 10. Shame. Shameful performances. Let's look at the pitchers. Who is going alt here to this one? It's just going to be Logan Evans for Seattle versus Seth Lugo. I don't like anything in here so far. Let's look. I don't like hits. Maybe Seattle hits because they're 10th in hits. But we got to look. Let's go Lugo. Let's open both of them up. Just grab their earned runs and kind of peek at it. Lugo strikeouts last 3 games has been pretty good. Seattle is 12th in strikeouts right now. So not a typical Seattle performance. They're doing pretty good. So that's a no. Earned runs. How you doing? 0.8. Damn, Seth. Damn, dude. 5.2 innings, and you just ain't give up nothing. And we come over here to Logan Evans. Logan's had a weird stretch. May, June 10th, and then he hasn't pitched since June 10th. So, yeah, he hasn't started since June 10th, put it that way. Hits allowed 5.8 on a 4-5 against KC, who can't hit the damn ball. Earned runs 2.4. It's boom or bust against KC, who can't score damn runs. So I just don't know. Logan Evans never faced him. KC versus righties, there you go. Seattle versus righties, there you go. And Lugo versus Seattle. Again, nothing is standing out. It kind of makes sense. We had so many games yesterday and so many plays that just advantages. Today's one of them days where it's like, do we have advantages? Because Logan Evans hasn't pitched. Why hasn't he pitched? Let's find out. We got time. Let's figure out why he hasn't pitched. Now, see, I'm seeing this, but if I go on ESPN, now I have questions. I have concerns. I have big concerns because I come over here. Who do I see for Seattle? Whoa! Someone's wrong. Either ESPN's wrong or the books are wrong. You know which way I'm leaning probably. So you probably know because by the time you watch this, you're going to see the news. Me, early in the morning, I don't have news yet. I'm going based on what I see. So I see Wu going out here. I got Logan Evans over here. I can't trust this. So for me, I don't trust in case he's not good anyways. Like, here's some stats. Here's your stuff. If you're playing this, by all means, have fun. I'm not. Next. All right, moving on to the last play of the day is going to be White Sox and Doyas. Come over here to the Dodgers. We see White Sox are winning. They lost the game eventually, but I had Dodgers 1.5. It didn't hit, but whatever. They should have lost the game probably the way they were playing. So it happens. So today we see White Sox. Hey, they're 30th now. There's your numbers. Dodgers third, first in ribbies, but only 13 in hits. Interesting how they're doing that. 3-game, 2-game, there you go. Nothing crazy. Pitchers, load them up. Still can't believe the Seattle mistake. Who's wrong? There's been a change and somebody's not updated. My guess is probably ESPN because the books tend to be pretty quick on lines and Outlier pulls live data from the lines. Very, very recent. So I'm pretty sure they swapped. That could be wrong. You never know. I don't even care. I don't care. I'm not messing with it, so I'm good. But you might care. So let's move on to last one. Book pitchers. Dustin May going against Tabare. A lot of green out here. May walks over, hits over, earn runs over. You're going against the White Sox, so that's why your stuff's lowered. So let's just pick these two. Let's see what we got. Dodgers strikeouts could be a play because they are striking out 22nd most at 8.8. Not good, not good. Seattle. White Sox are not doing anything with the bats recently. 30th in RBIs, 29th in hits at 6.5, 30th at 2.5 runs. Terrible stuff. We could be taking Dustin May unders if we wanted to. The hell we are. Not with these numbers. Not a chance. 2, 5, 3, 3, 4. Hell no. Nuh-uh. You're a 3-4 average on a 1-5 line. Get that. No. Your hits 6, 6, 6, 5, 6. I know the White Sox can't do anything, but no. No. Let's see. Chicago versus righties. There you go. Dodgers versus righties. There you go. And then Dodgers versus Savale. Anybody good? Conforto's got a 3 for 10. That's about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. Will Smith's got 2 at-bats with 2 home runs. He had 2 solo shots. I just overlooked that one. So randomly, if you want a home run prop, potentially Will Smith facing today. Will Smith likes to face Savale, clearly. Let's look at your stuff. Strikeouts, 4 is your average, so you're not really a strikeout dude. 3.5 your line going against the Dodgers. The Dodgers might tee up on you, dude. They might just 2, 2, 2, 5. What's your head-to-head looking like? 4. No, nothing. Again, I lean the Dodgers, but the money line's already sitting at 275. 1.5 burned us yesterday. This is one of those days where I'm going to have literally 4 plays, and that's it. I'm okay with that. There's 10 games. I have 4 plays. Some days you don't have any plays. So that puts us at a pass for the last 4 games. What the hell? Moneyline parlay if you want. I'm not going to have one today. So, no. I'm just not feeling it today. None today. No parlay. Let's type that. No parlay. It's like P-A-R-L-Y. Today. There we go. Perfect. So it's a short slate. It's a chill day. Go to the schedule. Take a look at it. You see, not the best matchups. This is travel time. Some people are thinking about the holiday tomorrow. They're going to be focused on like cooking and doing things, trying to get things, their family involved because they're going to try to do things. The home teams are before they go to work, this is their job. So this is an 8 to 5, 9 to 5 for them. They go to work. They want to get done. They want to go do stuff. So they're focused on that, on top of baseball. So yeah, this is a weird time. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 plays literally the whole day. It happens. You're going to have days like that. So appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing, if you're playing anything today. Some people take Thursdays off because it's a weird short travel day. I get it. Understand. Let me know what you're playing. Check out HQ if you want the plays in a typed out sheet, nice little list, or if you want access to the spreadsheet, check out Outlier if you want the free week of all sports that's out there for you. So I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you tomorrow on Friday because we got a nice busy slate on the holiday. I'm going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow too because I hit 20K recently because of you, and it's a holiday. We're going to do a giveaway. I don't know, cash, something. I'll figure it out, but it'll be tomorrow. Check in tomorrow. I'll go over it then. We'll see you then. Peace.